What is happening, everyone? Welcome to Dr. Prepper. Today, we are going to be covering how easy it can be to start getting prepared. So what we have here is an Amazon box. We'll go ahead. It is quite a big box for what is inside here, but we do have a couple items inside the box. We'll use the Benchmade Super Freak to get in this. It is a USA made knife. Overpriced, but a great knife. So we'll get into this guy and we'll kind of dig into what I'm talking about. And for the guys, and I know that it seems overwhelming if you are just starting out. Things can definitely seem and feel overwhelming. So what we have is a Life Straw water filter, which these guys can filter 1,000 gallons of water per Life Straw. That is absolutely incredible. If you maintain this straw, which there is tons of information out there on how to maintain these and keep these running smoothly once you start using it. You know, if you keep it packaged, it's fine. Once you start using it, there is a certain way to keep these running and keep them running so you can maximize how much filtration you can get. So that is a Life Straw. And then what we have in here is an Anchor. I'm going to have to cut that open. Anchor is a very trusted name when it comes to charging cords, charging ports, battery banks, and all that sort of thing. They do a fantastic job, and their quality is unmatched. And also, they have a good warranty department. I know when I bought a lightning cable from Anchor, something happened to the one male end, and they sent me a brand new updated one for free. And I didn't even have to send the old one back. So they have a great warranty department. On top of all that, these two items are hugely important to your preparedness journey. Number one, we all need water. You can only go a couple of days without having water before you start having major health issues. So having access or having an item that can assure you that you will have clean, safe drinking water whenever you may need it is just invaluable. There's no replacing a item like this that can clean your water. And you might be thinking this is expensive, or you might not be able to afford it. I just recently got this for $10. They usually retail for $20. I should have got two, but I have several, and I have a couple Sawyer water filtration systems, but I saw they were on sale, and I figured I better pick up another one for the $9.99. That is just a great deal. But even at full price, $20 for 1,000 gallons of filtered water that is safe for you to drink, removes 99.99% of bacteria, protozoa, and it meets the US EPA drinking water standards. These have been around for a long time. I highly recommend picking one of these up or a Sawyer mini water filtration system to at least get yourself started. And that's not a ton of money, $10 to $20. You can usually get this or a Sawyer at a very good price. I would definitely get at least one of these, even at the $20 price point, just so you have something. It would be a great idea to have one in your vehicle and one in home at the minimum. That way, if you're on the go, you have one, and that way, if you are home and you run into a situation, you have the ability to have clean drinking water. The battery backup, it basically it stands for itself, very self-explanatory, but I was able to get this for $12. Anchors are usually in the low to mid 20s for their basic battery backup. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, so it's going to give you quite a few charges on a phone. Probably 3 or 4 charges, depending on your phone and the battery size of your phone. You're definitely going to be able to get a couple charges out of this single battery. But my point here is, over the last week, Amazon was having a sale, running one of their sales, and they often have products like this on sale. You don't have to wait for the big Amazon Prime Day. Just keep your eyes peeled, save these items in your Amazon cart, right? And then on a weekly basis or a daily basis, check in on them products and see if they're on sale. And if you have the money now to just get them, pay full price, I would highly recommend doing so. But this gives you the ability to have clean water and recharge any items that you might need to charge up. Your phone, a tablet. Now, nothing too big or too crazy, but this will keep your phone up and running in an emergency if you have no power, if you're out and about and your phone dies and you have no access to any other charging, electric or any other charging station. These are very portable and easy to pack in a backpack. It has a dot system here to let you know how much battery life you have, 2 out of 4 right now. But for $22, guys, I was able to pick up this guy and this guy, $23. And these are two important pieces of gear when it comes to getting prepared. And that is the whole point of this video. With the right patience and the right amount of due diligence in looking at items that people who have been around, you don't have to just listen to me. There are tons of other channels out there, as you all know, that are directing you to certain equipment that you must have. Now, I have no affiliation with any company. I have no affiliation with Lifestraw, no affiliation with Anchor. I buy all the stuff that you see on the channel with my own money, and if I will specify if that's not the case. But I am not affiliated or sponsored by any company. I buy pretty much all the products that you have seen and for the foreseeable future will see, unless I specify otherwise. But this is how you do it. You pick up a couple items here and there, and before you know it, you have water filtration covered. You have a little bit of battery backups covered. You pick up a pocket knife. You have the pocket knife covered. You pick up a pack of Bics and a Exotac sleeve. You have a little bit of combustion covered. And you just keep chipping away at this stuff. There is no ending to it. It only ends when you want it to end. The journey is forever. And that is why you see guys who have been preparing for 1, 2, 3 decades, 4 decades. I know guys who have been preparing and prepping for 30 years. It never ends. There is never a reason to stop preparing for an event that could happen to you. Bad shit happens to us, to people all the time. There's no reason not to try to be as ready as you possibly can be for any event that might happen. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it now. There's no way to be prepared for every single scenario that could possibly happen to you. But the more prepared you are for any given scenario, that will give you the ability to at least cover yourself in some way. You know, if you have a couple of these and you have a power station similar to this one, it's not a generator, it's not a gas generator, a propane generator, a solar generator, but what it does give you is the ability to have some coverage. No, you won't be able to run your fridge and that sort of thing, and that's, you know, that's how it is when you first start out. You're not going to have certain bases covered, but the more bases you can cover until you get that one item or get that certain item that fully covers you. I had been prepping for 4 years hard until I finally got my dual fuel generator. And what made me realize I needed that was a year ago during the winter, we lost power for a couple days. And I only had this and some of these. And, you know, I had some Mr. Buddy heaters and I had, you know, supplies. But I didn't have that one big item to keep us up and fully running. So you just chip away at things. A generator is a big investment, I know. But there is ways to, you know, finance one or make a payment plan on one to kind of ease that burden. And that's what I did. I took out a 6-month or a 12-month payment plan on mine. Yeah, added a little bit of interest, but that gives me the ability to have it now when I want it. I hope I never need to use it, but if I do need it, I have it. But that is the whole point of this video, is you just pick up some gear here and there. Pick it up as you see it on sale or as you get the funds to cover the item. That's what I would do. That is the best way to get started. Don't be buying, you know, a bunch of tactical and that sort of thing. If your funds are limited, buy things that will truly help you in an emergency. That is my recommendation. There's going to be time to buy the tactical type stuff. Now, if you don't have a firearm or two, a pistol and a rifle, I would highly recommend to start putting money back for those items as soon as you possibly can. They definitely need to be covered. A pistol and a rifle, you choose what caliber. We'll get into stuff like that later on. But those are two items that you must have as well to protect yourself, your family, and the things that you are trying to do. So that is imperative. But after that, all the things that come along with the tactical world, pick those items up after you have water filtration covered a little bit. After you have your own ability to hold some power, you know, store some power. That is a big deal, to be able to somewhat run on your own supply, right? You're not relying on the electric company, the gas company. If something bad happens, you have a way to not rely on them, is what I'm getting at. You know, within the generator, a dual fuel, a gas, a propane, a solar, however you want to go about that. I went with a dual fuel, propane, and gas generator. I'd love to get a solar one, but they are way more expensive than a dual fuel generator. Someday, hopefully I can get one of those. But for now, the generator I have is, you know, it'll do great. It's a Westinghouse 7500. So it's a pretty decent size, and it's a good quality. But chip away at things, guys. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you have any information, input, anything you would like to say, leave it down in the comments as well. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I would love to be able to help with any questions you might have. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button before you head out. And if you're new to the channel or you have been here before and you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button because we have lots more coming and lots more to cover. I hope you guys have a safe week, safe weekend, and I will catch you on the next video.